Hey, everybody, before we get into the draft, we want to talk about the rebranding of our other show, Redline Radio. It starts tomorrow. It's on YouTube. It's on the Barstool Chicago YouTube. We're going to be live, 2 p.m. Central. It's called the Mid-Show. Mm-hmm. So we'll be there, the three of us, myself, White Sox, Dave, Chief. And it's going to be kind of just like fun banter. We'll be talking about the drafts a lot. So if you're a big draft fan, make sure you tune in. It's going to be 2 p.m. Central, like I said, and we'll be talking to like old school Barstool Chicago radio topics, and we just want kind of more crossover from this show and other dog walk stuff. So that's where you could find us at 2 p.m. So if you're a draft fan, make sure you check that out.
Yeah, so same kind of banter from the snake drafts. We're trying to recreate that in a different format on a different day. So that's going to be Tuesdays. It'll be on the Barstool Chicago YouTube page. It'll also be on the old Redline Radio feed. But like Eddie said, it's going to be the mid show. So
yes,
Midwest
correct.
Boys, middle of the day, all that,
and
mid.
Yeah, and mid, just like a mediocre. Just like,
we're mid.
We're all right. We're just okay.
Yeah,
and go check that out. If you, that's fine. Go check that out if you're so inclined. Same, like I said, just like a different format and just the same banter. We'll just be chopping it up over there, talking some draft, talking about whatever. And starts tomorrow. We will be there. Jeff Nadeau, Dante will be hanging out with us because White Sox Dave will be facing off against him. And if anybody wants to come out tomorrow, February 14th, Valentine's Day, Barstool River North, White Sox Dave will be going head-to-head with Jeff Nadeau in a who has better taste off, we'll call it, right? Or a who knows what women want more.
Who gets in their bag better.
Yeah, who gets in their bag better. So more details will come for that. We talked to Ria and Fran about that shortly. So, tune in tomorrow. We hope you like it, and let's get into the draft. All right, Big Bang. Today is Monday. It is February 13th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Monday. Today we are joined by the chicks in the office, Ria and Fran. Welcome back, Ria. Welcome back, Fran. Ria, you've been on twice. Fran, this is your second time back. I'll be honest, I was afraid to face the music the first time you got left off the poll in the Christmas movie draft, and I've just been afraid to bring you back since.
You should be. So this is the person you're afraid of? Red Ed bows to
yeah.
Dude,
Fran?
The Fran Army rode strong. They were so mad at me.
What was that draft again?
Christmas movie.
I remember that. And it has been a while. It's been years.
Literally years. The people are so mad at me, Ria. The Fran heads were so mad.
Rightfully so.
He avoids you when he goes to New York.
You can't have a guest on and then leave them off the graphic.
Well, I don't know. The people spoke. I forget how we did it back then. We do it differently now, which will be interesting because now we do it where we write at the end of so. I hope you guys have paper. I should have told you that. My bad. But if you don't, you could write it on your phone or something. But that's how we do it now. Whoever you think at the end had the worst draft, you write it down, and that's who gets left off. So.
Okay, yeah. We do have paper.
So, okay. Yes. So good. But today is the Rom-Com Draft. We wanted to get kind of in the festive mode for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
We love love here.
You love love.
I love love. Yeah.
Nobody uses the word romantic. That's a mid-30s-year-old man than Chief. Or he's like a novelist.
Appropriately.
Yeah. He loves the word romantic.
We do too.
Yeah.
We love
love. What's wrong with a little romance?
I mean, you cake it on like fucking makeup on a hooker.
Jesus. That's not very romantic.
It's not, but that's how you do it.
All right.
He loves love. Loves
I do
it.
love love.
He does.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Finally, someone appreciates it.
I mean, too much is too much, though, isn't it?
You're dead inside.
That he uses romantic so much?
Yeah. Very dead inside.
He loves the word romantic.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it. So we're doing rom-coms today. We don't know who won last week yet because we're recording early. I should say, too, I wanted some advice from you guys because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. We're throwing a party at Barstool River North, and we're doing a contest with White Sox Dave. I don't know if you guys saw this. So we are he's facing off against Nadeau. And we're giving both him and Nadeau a $500 budget to go to a designer store and buy a designer item. Without telling him what he should buy, what kind of advice would you have for White Sox?
I have a question off that first.
Okay.
Is $500 enough to clarify, or that's not even close to designer
that's what
level,
I
right?
You are
maybe like a jewelry or like a belt or like a really tiny coin purse.
I think you can do stuff with $500.
I know you can make it work, but I mean, I'm not going to be dropping on some like Gucci $10,000 purse. Is my point.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Who was on recently that told it? I think it was it Gucci that was out or Coach that was out? Coach bags are out. Is that right?
Dana told us that because he got his girlfriend that he spent like $2,000 on a purse or something for her, and she's like, I will
Coach
never.
Coach bags have been out for a decade.
And yes, Dana did get his girlfriend a Coach bag last year, and that did not go over well. And then this year he got her a Louis Vuitton bag. So
Louis is
made up for it.
Okay,
that's good. So I don't know what he's going to be able to buy, but we're going to see. We're going to like.
It depends on the store he goes into. Like, yeah, if he's walking into Prada, there's not much you can get.
I will actually say the opposite. I think if you go into Prada, you can do something with $500. I think if you go into Louis Vuitton, you're going to be in trouble.
And I would like to make this. I would say we shouldn't just limit it because originally it was just like purses or bags or whatever you guys call them in 2023.
Right. Well, that $500 is going to get you nothing when it comes to a bag.
Yes. So we know that. But also like something little from a nice place, I guess you would want.
No,
right?
Something little, yes.
What about a perfume?
Get.
You get perfume.
Like a little perfume is good.
Why is perfume good? That's like you telling them that they smell bad.
No.
No
girl thinks that when you get perfume.
No.
Like you need to put this on right now.
So all right, it should be interesting. So, good luck, Dave.
Good luck, Dave.
Yeah. And if you're
I don't know
listening-
how you guys do it out there at the do, by the way. Being in his just general vicinity.
He lives in Philly.
He's never here.
Well, I mean, they're in the Northeast. Even being in the same like general 300, 400
How do you guys live in
radius.
the same time zone as them?
Yeah,
do?
exactly.
It's got to be tough. Yeah,
It's got to be.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the vicinity that I don't want to be near, but I don't see them.
What are you going to do?
So you don't want to see Nadu? That's what it sounds like.
All right, we could do the order now. Harry, okay. Ria, what's a number 1 through 5 that Harry has behind his back?
4.
No.
Fran.
2.
Yes.
All right, now you can pick your spot.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go last.
Okay.
The wraparound.
That kind of
I think that's
throws
smart.
me off.
1 through 4, Chief.
1.
Yes.
I'll take the third spot.
All right, 1 through 3, Dave.
2.
Yes.
Wow.
I'll go 2.
1 or 2, me. 1.
No.
All right, Ria.
1 or 2, Ria.
1.
Ooh.
Did she? I think no, she got it right.
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
wasn't
Didn't
paying
you say
attention
1?
either. No, I said 2.
Oh, yeah.
well,
So,
she
Ria,
got it
do you want to
right,
go
yeah.
first or fourth?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay. I like that.
People say that's a bad thing, but I don't.
If
No,
you
if you
feel
got something that you love,
if you
better
feel
get it on your
strongly,
board.
the thing about first, it's
There's
like
a lot of really good number 1 spots here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deep draft.
It's very deep. I
people
think every
just
board
judge
should be
it so
good.
harshly because like everyone's like, oh, is it worthy of being the first pick, first off the board? So,
Yeah, I'll go 1.
all right. So the order is Ria, White Sox, Dave, Chief, Eddie, Fran.
All right, but before we start drafting rom-coms, we got to talk to you guys about Game Time. Game Time, the absolute best ticketing app you can ever imagine. We love it. We've talked about it many times. Everybody should know the name by now. This is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans, for fans. I've used it, I don't know, half a dozen times already in 2023. Took my dad to see Louis C.K. I'm going to the Blackhawks game, trying to see the last of Patrick Kane. And they have great deals on sports, concerts, tickets, shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They crack the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you never thought you could buy. So you have to check it out. Check it out. We got March Madness coming up. We got baseball season around the corner. This is when the concerts start picking up. You got to be on Game Time. You got to get that. So download the Game Time app or go to the website and enter your email to redeem the code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. $20 off your first purchase. That's a nice couple of beers at the concession stand. That's some parking. You got to check it out. Download that Game Time app again. Redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Skip the hassle. Enjoy the moment. Be in the stadium. That's Game Time.
All right. We should note, too, I sent out a list of Wikipedia. They had a very weird list, right, Fran?
Yeah, it's a good list, but there's definitely a lot. The problem with rom-coms is it's hard to draw the line between pure comedy and rom-com because there's always sometimes a love interest in a comedy, but it depends on how really important that love interest is to the story in my mind when it comes to a rom-com. So there's definitely some that you're like, oh, that feels like more like a comedy. But we can talk about it. I think I went through the list mostly last night, and it did feel like there was only a few that was like, I think that would cause an issue. But mostly, I think we would all agree that they're romantic.
I think we can just flat out say it. Like American Pie was on the list, and I don't think any of us would consider American Pie a rom-com. That's a
That's like a teen comedy. Yeah. There's like a lot of teen comedies on that list.
Bull Durham was on there. I would not consider that a rom-com. So yeah, it's just kind of a use your head thing for this one.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird intricacies on there, but we use that list because there are a lot of comedies with like a minor love interest, and it's like that would have not been fair either.
I feel like the plot has to be built around
the love story.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll see where we go, but that's kind of the fun of the debate. Like Ria, we were debating a lot yesterday, so
yes.
We'll see where we go. All right, Rom-Com Draft underway. Ria, number 1 overall. Who you got?
I'm going to go with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That is my number 1 all-time favorite rom-com, and I think it's worthy of a number 1 pick.
I concur. Right? Good number 1 pick.
I feel
I don't even think there's a debate around that one. It's my number 1 overall. So
I think there's a debate. But when I think rom-com, it's one of 2 movies that immediately pops into my head. I wouldn't have taken this first overall, but I wouldn't argue against it being taken first overall either.
Well, good thing you didn't take it first overall. I did.
I love the movie, though.
So you, Chief and Fran, seem to be in agreement that this is good, number 1.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good movie. I feel like it was like a viral TikTok trend. Like it was like I feel like I saw it scrolling all the time. I feel like TikTok made this this movie like popular and relevant again. And then I feel like
it stands the test of time.
Yeah, and it's always on like TNT and TBS and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I think even without TikTok, it was one of the most loved rom-coms of all time.
Yeah,
it's hit a younger. They just celebrated its 20th anniversary
today
of the movie.
Was this the movie that made McConaughey quit acting? Because I feel like he was like,
It's the one that made him even more famous. He actually just told a story. It's a crazy story. It just came out that they asked him to do this movie and he didn't know if he should do it. And he was walking down Hollywood Boulevard and a fortune teller came up to him and was like, "Can I tell your fortune?" And he was like, "All right, fine." And the fortune teller said, like, "You're thinking about doing this movie. It'll change your life. Like, you should do it." And he said that he took the role the next day. And he thinks that somebody planted that on him in the movie so that he would take it, but he said he's glad it did because it changed his life.
Oh shit.
Interesting. Because he has another quote here. It goes, "I was the go-to rom-com guy. I enjoyed making them. They paid well. I was leading a successful life as an actor, but there's a certain buoyancy built into rom-coms that isn't about hanging your hat on humanity like a drama is." So like he was so like typecast into that I think that maybe it wasn't this movie, but he was like, I'm sick of being.
He did a couple more later.
He did a bunch after this one. Yeah. I mean, that could have been after like Failure to Launch. Like that's like,
I think that actually might be the one I'm thinking of. It's Failure to Launch. Yeah.
He did a great job digging himself. I don't want to call it a hole because he was so successful, but he might be the best actor on the planet right now. And he used to just be that cheesy rom-com guy. Yeah. Which is a testament to him. He's the best. Yep. I love him.
2014 was the year of McConaughey.
Was that True Detective?
And Dallas Buyers Club.
Yep. It is kind of cool. It's a throwback. You see him now, and it's like, oh, that's that guy.
Yeah, he's like a rugged Texan.
He's
West
doing.
Texas.
He's been cast as doing a spinoff
of. I saw this. Yeah,
Yellowstone.
Uh huh. That's
Oh, yeah,
incredible.
I saw that.
Well, he just doesn't have to act. He just shows up and talks.
yeah.
That's true. Just got to be himself.
For real. All right, how to lose a guy in 10 days is off the board. White Sox debut.
So I have a movie I really, really, really want to take, but I think I could hopefully maybe kind of sort of get it in the wraparound. It's what it toes the line of comedy, like com-rom instead of rom-com perfectly, I think. I'm going to let it slide though. I'm just going to go with the safe pick, and I'm going to pray I get it in the wraparound. I'm going to go with 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay.
Great choice.
Good one.
It's a great movie. I feel like it's more of a teen movie than a rom-com.
It is. Come on.
No, dude.
No, I'll give it. That falls
this is
in
what I was
rom-com.
thinking. It
That's
was
so
How to Lose a Guy in 10
rom-com.
Days. Yes, it's so rom-com.
The
and 10 Things I Hate About You.
that speech, the emotion that speech she gives in front of the class is
true.
Is
Right.
the romance.
Yeah.
When she's like crying
Yes.
and reading the poem she wrote or whatever,
Yes.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It was on my list.
A
I just
full
wanted to
song?
give you shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's singing in the bleachers, and by the way, that high
Exactly.
school is like incredible.
You need a grand gesture.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are enough. Like, it definitely is a teen movie. I think I took it maybe 2 overall in the teen movie draft, but there is a lot of romance
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
It's 1,000,000% a rom-com.
It is for sure.
I think
also
I
teen
think it's
movie.
in. I think it's in both
Yeah,
categories.
definitely.
And gun to my head, if it could only live in one, I would put it in the teen
Because
category.
they're teenagers in the movie. It's still a romance movie, though. High school sweethearts.
They're teens. Yeah, good pick. It was on my list, but it was just I think it's more in the other category than rom-com. But
Julia
it
Stiles.
plays.
Rico still swears that she's going to win an Oscar someday.
He has a future out.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like Julia Stiles?
I like Julia Stiles, but I don't know about the Oscar nomination.
She was really bad in the Bourne movies, I thought. It just wasn't for her.
I love The Prince and Me. The Prince and Me
Save
is
the
a good
Last
movie.
Dance.
Yes.
That's a
Good
great
movie.
movie.
Yep.
Yes. Julia Stiles. I mean, 10 Things I Hate About You is great.
Like, if
I
you
like
would have,
it.
if that would have gone 1 and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days,
They should
2,
retroactively give her an Oscar for that movie.
She was
That's
great
what they
in it.
should do.
I'm
she was
s-
great in it.
I'm so curious about what this other movie was now. So we're just going to have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
All right. 10 Things I Hate About You. Shout out to the guitar at the end.
And shout out to the dad. He was hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, the dad's
The
great.
dad's
the
great.
belly suit.
Yeah, the belly suit.
Yeah.
Did your guys' dad ever make you put a belly suit on before prom or anything?
Never.
No.
My dad told me in high school, when he was dropping me off at my high school boyfriend's house, he was like, listen, I know what kids do, whatever. And he was like, if you get pregnant at this age, I won't like you anymore, but I'll still love you.
That's fair.
That's like an awesome way to put it.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
I'm going to resent you for having to raise your child since you're a teen mom, but
I'll still love
I'll
you.
still love you.
Chief, you're up.
All right, I'm doing this. I love this movie, but I'm taking it in the first round. This is like a long con revenge play. I'm taking The Wedding Singer because
you piece of
Eddie
fucking
took
shit.
Miracle in our sports movie drafts in like 2020, and I've been waiting basically 3 years to get back at him for that. So I'm taking it right
You're a
now.
piece of
I
shit,
love
dude.
The Wedding Singer. I think it's Adam Sandler's best movie.
You're
I
a
think
piece
it's
of shit.
the one that defines like the rom-com category of Adam Sandler movies
Definitely.
the best.
Dude, this is like my favorite
And,
movie.
Well, you should have drafted earlier than me.
I didn't have a
And,
chance.
Well, that's the way it breaks sometimes.
You're a bad guy.
I wanted Miracle. You watched Miracle 4 minutes before that draft started that day. I've been holding on to this for 3 years. I'm taking The Wedding Singer, and I'm thrilled to have it. I hate.
you should be thrilled to have it because
Yeah.
it's an unbelievably good movie.
It's a great
That's a
movie.
great
It's
pick.
maybe my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and I feel like it doesn't get the love that Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore do.
Yeah, I agree.
And obviously his Uncut Gems doesn't count, but The Wedding Singer is just a fucking perfect movie. I love everything about it. The villain is great. I mean, she's great in it. It's a perfect movie.
Yep.
I watched it
love
Saturday. It was on TV.
Yep.
And also the somebody kill me scene can be
Yeah.
used all the time.
Yep.
He's
I
doing
used,
like
I
hard
used that
metal at
the other
weddings.
day when I introduced Josh Duhamel and I fucked it up. And I just was like, this song perfectly captures what I feel right now.
Yeah. So Eddie, care to comment?
Fuck you. Dude, you're a piece of shit.
It's a great movie. It's a worthy first round pick. I'm thrilled to have the third overall.
This is my pick. You
You better pivot.
You knew how much I love this movie. Yeah, this
50
is
First Dates is on the table for you. If
this
you
is
want it.
my favorite.
That movie's so fucking bad.
This is my favorite wedding. This is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's my favorite rom-com, to be honest with you. The scene at the end, obviously, the song is just a good song.
Good song.
The plain song is
I can
great.
play it on guitar. You want to sing it for
No,
a video?
I would not want to hear you butcher it at all.
It's easy.
I'll
No
do it with you.
thanks.
I'll sing
Sounds
it.
good.
All right.
You know what?
Let's do it.
It's your pick.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. We'll do that on
Yeah.
Monday when it comes out.
Fuck you, dude. This was mean. This was downright mean. Fuck. All right. Whatever. Wedding Singer. Do you like it, Fran?
Yeah, Wedding Singer is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it's a first rounder for me, but
Yeah.
it's great.
It was a first rounder for Ed, and that's why I took it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
spite
feel
at
the
its best.
vendetta. I could sense that.
I love Spite. Spite's like one of my favorite things going.
I live
so
on Spite.
That I feel great
If
getting
it
that
wasn't
pick right
for
now.
spite, I wouldn't even be here right now.
And now I can't, with an open heart, I can't vote you off the poll because you took that.
You're
movie.
boxed in completely.
I'm so boxed
Yep.
in. That sucks.
Yeah, he can butcher with the rest of
That
his picks.
sucks. He could. That's true. All right, it's to me. Jesus, that fucked me. I'm gonna go with Jerry Maguire.
That's not a comedy, though. I saw it on the list.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
not
think
really
that's a comedy.
You don't think Rod Tidwell's funny? You don't think Show Me the Money was
Dude,
like a
I'm
funny
sure
scene?
you could find a
It's-
joke in The English Patient.
I think the funniest part of the movie was the 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
human
it's-
head
that's
weighs
a
8
tough
that
pounds.
one.
kid's adorable.
Yeah.
What do you say, Fran?
That's a tough one because it definitely toes like the romance drama. Like, you know what else was on that list was also Silver Linings Playbook, which I do not think of as a
Consider,
rom-com at all.
yeah.
I think like romance drama. I feel like those are kind of similar. Like
I
there
agree.
are funny moments in the movie.
Sounds like we have a universal veto here.
If
I'm
you
not
want- if you-
vetoing
if-
shit.
If you want to,
This is
I'll-
the worst pick in history.
If you want to, I won't be upset.
I'm not
about
vetoing
it, to be
anything because
honest-
the pick's
to be-
that
to be
bad. I'm
honest
letting
with
him
you.
have it.
I don't think we veto. I think it might just hurt Eddie's case.
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
Yeah, I think you just let him keep that.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
vetoing anything.
I like the idea of stealing his pick and then making him pick his third choice on the list. That's what I'm after here. But if you guys don't want to veto, that's fine.
You can
I
veto
mean,
just
Jerry-
because that more spite. I
Yeah.
mean, it won't go
Right,
through
it won't
because
go through
it's a
because we need
two-vote
to.
system.
But yeah, sure, I veto because your
This
pick
is-
was stupid.
This is not where I want to be this early.
That is one of the worst picks in draft history.
No,
I
it's
love
not.
that movie. I love Cameron Crowe. The kid, like we said, is
See, but
adorable.
I think
That's not a
I'm-
comedy.
you could make an argument. Rod Tidwell's funny. He Show Me the Money, Jerry. Like that is a funny scene. There's comedy. People laughed at that scene. If there's comedy in it was
Ed,
on the list.
I'm sure.
It was on
I
the
think
list.
we let him keep it.
I'm letting him keep it.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking make my case. I gotta make my case fast.
You don't have to make your case to anybody because it's your pick.
Comedy, drama,
We're gonna
romance.
and we're gonna let you keep it.
IMDb argues that it's comedy, drama, romance as well. The "You Complete Me" scene, that's a great scene.
It's a great
It's
scene.
not-
It's
It
an
is.
awesome
It
love
is.
scene.
Yeah.
But that falls in
I didn't
romance.
Yeah. But it's not one where we're like, man, he got to get that movie. We need to get him to take
Listen,
it off. It's like, just keep it.
I know. You guys, listen. You guys are right, okay? You're right, okay? You're fucking right.
He's trying to pop a duck at us right now.
Fran, you're up.
Okay.
I got work to do.
I'm going with one that definitely falls in heavy comedy, but is 100% a rom-com in my mind due to the love story throughout. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Great pick.
Phenomenal movie. Laugh out loud every time. Mila Kunis is fantastic. And
Wasn't she
I-
just in The
I-
Office or something? Did I see
one of
that
my
today?
favorites.
No, her husband was.
Ashton Kutcher was.
Ashton
Yeah.
Kutcher.
Yeah, that's a good one. Star-studded.
That's a
cast.
really good one.
Thank you.
Star-studded.
Shall I pick
cast.
again?
Yeah, you could go again unless
could
you want
talk
to say
about it.
anything more about Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Anybody? I mean,
No, I mean, for me, like as far as rewatchability, this is up there as one of the highest, I think. Like one of those ones you see on TV, like you stop and
Yep.
watch. And extremely quotable. Jonah Hill and Russell Brand are like the perfect side story to this too. So that's what I'm taking in the first round. And then to wrap it around, I'm taking Crazy Stupid Love.
Another really good one.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, you'd like it.
Oh, Crazy
Damn.
Stupid Love is one of the best. Steve Carell is so good. I mean, the Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone portion of that movie. Like,
You've already
there's
sold me on
multiple
Ryan Gosling
romantic
and Emma
comedies in
Stone.
one movie.
I love them.
I think this is probably the hottest Ryan Gosling ever was on camera too.
Yeah.
He's a smoke.
100%.
Yeah.
I love Emma Stone, especially that time frame of Emma Stone. When
I
like,
love
the
Emma
superbad
Stone too, but and this is a shallow thing to say, I think Gosling's way too hot for her. It's like distracting that I'm like,
I'm
this
glad you
would
said
never
that.
happen in real life.
Because I was going to say that about Jerry Maguire and Tom Cruise and what's her name in the
Renee
movie?
Zellweger.
Yeah, but
Renee
he's
Zellweger.
he's like 5'6",
But that, I mean, he's still smoking hot.
but he's a little guy.
But it doesn't matter. He's still smoking hot.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
He's
Gosling,
way
Yeah,
too
no,
hot
the
for her.
doing the dirty dancing when he's like, I have the move. I do the move from Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Gets him every time. It's raining. It's just a perfect romantic comedy scene.
Yeah.
And
It's-
Marissa Tomei's in this movie?
Oh yeah,
You never seen
Yeah,
it?
I-
really,
I've never
really
seen
good
it.
movie.
Marissa Tomei has.
Dave,
love
this is, I
her.
can't believe you've never seen this movie. This
Yeah.
is
I have to
like
watch
an
it tonight.
Amazing movie.
It's really
I'll watch
good.
it. Actually, I'll watch it for Valentine's Day, and I'll do a post-publishing review of it.
There you go. This
For
is
next
like
week.
I never really kind of understood the hype about Gosling until I watched this movie.
He's a great actor.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm saying like looks wise.
Oh really?
And I watched it. I was like, dude, this dude's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
Eddie, I had the same thought because I only saw Crazy Stupid Love maybe the first time in the last like 2 years because Fran always talked about it. And I never understood the Ryan Gosling hype. And I watched this movie. I was like, yep.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
he's like, whoa. Like he's
Yeah.
super hot.
David Lindhagen.
fucking
Laugh out loud
David
scene every
Lindhagen.
time.
Yeah.
Fucking David Lindhagen.
Yeah. I think I like the movie. I don't love it, but like Gosling is like it's undeniably like super
this
popular.
I would
Cast
love
is
to have a Ryan Gosling like come into my life and be like, "You're doing everything wrong,"
Yeah.
and just fix my life. That would
Dude,
be great. And then
this
you get
movie-
Marissa Tomei.
I actually have
Kevin Bacon,
I actually
too.
have a buddy in college who said he would do the Dirty Dancing thing after this movie, and he said it worked all the time.
I wonder if it worked.
Genuinely.
I wonder if it worked
Genuinely.
because of the movie or because of the
Because-
move is just good.
Yeah, I don't know. Which is crazy, right? I don't know.
Well, we have two women here. I don't know what
Crazy
movie we're
hard
talking
to-
about.
I mean, it's crazy impressive. If you can actually do it, it's
Yeah.
pretty impressive because it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
So I would think it's a little bit of both.
Probably.
I also feel like if she's in your house, running across the room, jumping into your arms, it's already been sealed.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You're in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
True. All right, it's back to me. I need something good. This would probably be a polarizing pick because it doesn't have a happy ending, but whatever. I'm going to go with the breakup.
I think it does have a happy ending.
Do you think so?
Yes, I do. They don't end up together, but it seems like they're both enjoying their lives at the end. And they give each other a wink. There's no animosity. It just didn't work out. That's like the story of my life. So I think it is a
Yeah.
very nice ending.
Yeah.
I gotta be
I
honest.
gotta say, I really don't. I'm not.
I
a big
hate
fan
this
of Breakup.
movie.
Why?
Same. I hate this movie. I
That movie
actually
sucked.
watched it the other night recently. I've seen it years ago and I rewatched it the other night. I shut it off halfway through. I was like, this movie is not
Do you guys just
great.
not like Vince Vaughn?
I love Vince Vaughn. I'm
she loves
like
him.
the
She loves
number
Vince
one
Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn lover.
She loves Vince Vaughn.
All
I
right.
love Vince Vaughn.
Refresh my memory. This is one where they see each other walking on the street at the end of the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, that
Yeah.
movie sucked. I watched it like
I like
Oh,
it.
2018
Dave.
maybe.
Fucking Dave.
I was like, this movie's trash.
I mean, I'm just a sucker for a happy ending, and regardless if you want to think that's a happy ending, I'm just like,
All right.
You want them to
And
end up
see,
together. Maybe they do. It's like a choose your own reality at the end. It's
yeah,
not like
I hate
either-
movies like that.
Oh.
Tell me what to think. I don't want to have to guess how it ends. Like,
See, I could accept that from Fran. If you don't like the ending, whatever. But like to say like the
Dialogue's
jokes and everything was like the game scene, the game night, like that was great. Like the
no,
fight.
there are funny parts for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's say this too: the Diet Pepsi scene, like that's iconic, where she's naked and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Jennifer Aniston. That's one of the.
Yeah.
Why is that not like more famous of a scene?
How old was she? Because you don't really see anything.
You kind of see her ass,
Kinda.
right?
She's
Kinda.
still
A
smoking
little
hot
bit.
though. She's like 50
Well,
something.
that's my point. Because I feel like
Yeah.
that movie. I know when that movie came out in 04, 05.
Something like that.
And I feel like that was 10 years after she was. When did Friends end? Maybe around the
early
same
2000s?
time.
Yeah, right around none.
So,
yeah.
but like her peak was probably like 96 on Friends. So that's 10 years after that. So she's probably like pushing 40 in that scene. Still
She looks great.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. That should be like the basic. That
Yeah,
should
I mean,
be up
she
there.
did the scene in We're the Millers way after that.
Yeah.
True.
Still was
Oh, yeah.
fucking phenomenal. So.
And the other Adam Sandler movie.
You could like set her watch for every
Just
10
go
years.
with it.
Yeah.
Oh, just go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could like set your watch for every 10 years. She just has like a fucking drop dead gorgeous, awesome, hot scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 36 in that movie.
Okay. It's not that old.
Yeah.
This guy's ageist over here, and he's fucking.
How old are you?
He's ancient.
I'm 36.
And he's almost 37.
So she wasn't that old. It wasn't that old at all.
All right, the breakup's my pick.
Yeah. All right, so back to me.
Back to you.
I'm taking an old guy pick. I'm taking When Harry Met Sally. So that was like, to me, like that
It's
is
a great pick.
the rom-com. I think it's, I feel like Billy Crystal only has like two good movies, and that's one of them. Everybody loves Meg Ryan. It has like the iconic fake orgasm scene in the diner. It has like Chicago and New York, which I like. I think that is, and they end up together in the end, Fran. And
I love this pick.
Yeah.
It's an absolute timeless classic pick. You can't go wrong. No one can argue that When Harry Met Sally is a bad romantic comedy.
and when you're ready, when you decide you want to start your life with somebody, you want that to start as soon as possible, or whatever that line was, that speech at the end. Great speech at the end, a grand gesture. Make it impossible for me to hate you, and I hate you. Just great lines all around. Feel good story. I love When Harry Met Sally.
It's been forever since I've seen it, but it's a timeless classic. I was actually
I think
talking
it's
about
still on Netflix or HBO Max or one of those.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like I saw.
but
the
it's
tile.
great. It's a great pick. If we were all a little older, it would have been a first round, probably first overall, or that,
Probably.
or one other one. Maybe.
I wouldn't have blinked if somebody took it first overall.
I wouldn't have either. It's just a A+ movie. Rotten Tomatoes even gave it 91%.
I watched it for the first time last winter, and I just didn't love it.
You don't love love.
Well, I don't know.
It needs cheap thrills like
it's-
Michael Bay
No,
explosions.
but it's like,
and
fuck
fucking
you.
corny jokes.
You're gonna tell me that you're the you're
I get
caveman.
shit on for being like a
Maguire's
cinephile.
trying to shit on When Harry Met
I'm
Sally.
not shitting
That's
on
how
it at all. I'm
he's
not
on
shitting on it
tilt.
at all. I'm not shitting at all. I'm saying like it was a mixture of hype. I've heard like hype kind of mixes into everything, and like When Harry Met Sally has like a shit ton of hype. So I was like, oh nice, this is gonna like blow me away, and I guess it just didn't do that.
Yeah, it didn't blow you away. No Michael Bay stuff. It's just good
Exactly.
story.
You're an idiot.
He needs those Roland Emmerich Independence Day
You're
explosions and cheap thrills.
Fuck you, dude.
He's a simpleton.
But it's an objectively good pick because it's super popular.
What year did that movie come out?
80s, I think.
Like 85-ish?
I don't know exactly.
89.
Like late 80s, I think.
89. So
89.
that and one other one from that time frame easily could have been first overall, I think.
That's the oldest one on my list. I don't have another one from
There's one other one that
okay.
I have at the back. I just haven't seen it in forever, but everybody knows it.
Okay.
And on that note, I am going to pick my pick. This is one of my all-time favorite comedies, movies, let alone rom-coms. I'm going with Something About Mary. It's absolutely hilarious, top to bottom. Kevin, is it Kevin or Matt Dillon? Matt Dillon is hilarious in it. Warren, hilarious, that whole side thing. Everybody in that movie is laugh out loud funny. I'll even give a nod to Brett Favre for his little cameo. And it's Farrelly Brothers. How do you say it? Farrelly or
I'll give it to
Farley?
you.
Whatever.
Farley.
Farrelly. I mean, those guys don't miss.
I watched that movie for the first time maybe like at some point during COVID. I had never seen it, and like I didn't really know what it was, and I would say halfway in I was like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, this is just like, it was not what I had expected it to be, because it's just like way quirkier than I thought it was. Like, I kind of thought it was more like traditional rom-com vibes, and it's like, it's silly. It's silly.
It's got
but
the
very
stalker
funny. Like, it's silly.
vibes from
It's
like
funny.
3 different people in it. It's great. The whole jizz in the hair scene. There's nothing to nitpick about that movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Is this the one you were talking about before?
This is the one I was talking about. I think there's other ones that could be drafted in the same kind of like orbit of it, but this one, it's completely and totally a love story. I mean, they like make out at the end. She ditches Brett Favre for him.
Yeah, it's definitely a love story, but I think more people saw it because of the comedy factor.
Well, definitely. Rom-coms.
Like, if you ask people what they remember more like the jizz hair scene and like.
Of course, but the love story, the entire
Central
movie.
to the
He's
plot,
going
yeah.
to therapy
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
misses Mary.
Sure.
You know.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Does anybody not like it?
No, it's kind of a blind spot for me. I've never.
No, I like it.
Oh,
That was
dude,
gonna
you
be
would love it.
that was gonna
It's-
be my next one.
Was it really?
Huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have it that high up in my ranks, but I like it.
All right. Ria, you're back up.
I'd say it's a top 10 like all movie categories movie for me.
Wow.
All right. This might be a
You should watch
controversial
it this
pick.
week. It's a great movie.
A lot, the picks have been taken. Crazy Stupid Love was next. Saw that one fall off. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Then
up.
Something About Mary. So this one might be controversial. I'm going to go Wedding Crashers.
That would have been my next pick if
I knew
And-
that's where you were going.
I love
I
Rachel
think
McAdams.
Wedding Crashers is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it is mainly people see it as a comedy movie, but we discussed this. Owen Wilson, he was in Deep.
Deep.
Him and Rachel McAdams, they were in Deep. And I think it became very much a romantic story.
definitely.
Kind of a home wrecker story though too.
Well, he was a fucking douche. So
No, he
it's
was. He
allowed.
deserved to have his home wrecked.
Yeah, that guy was Bradley Cooper in that movie. Funny,
Yeah.
but was awful.
He also in that movie, like if you close your eyes and think of what a douchebag looks like, it's Bradley Cooper
with
in
like
that
the
movie.
sweater tied around the
the
neck.
whole,
Like
the
short
whole
shorts.
thing.
Sluts.
Yeah.
So I'm going Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, Owen Wilson was in So Deep. He was in
Deep.
So Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Been there.
that's a good one. Very
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'm torn now for my next one because I can go with something in the same realm as that I think is a rom-com and I think it's a really great movie, one of my favorites. Or I can go with one that I think is strictly rom-com.
You got to go with your gut here. This is your list. This is not anyone else's list.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
going to
your
go
list.
with, I know.
Tell her, Fran.
I'm going to go with He's Just Not That Into You.
Ooh, I've never seen this one.
I've seen it.
I
I've
love
seen
that
it.
one.
It's an ensemble cast. Like it's like 7 different love stories tied into one. Not my favorite. Not my favorite.
It's not that good.
Is it so?
No
which
offense,
one
Fran.
is this? Is this the one you really like, or is this the one that you?
This movie is not the one that I think is a very funny movie that has rom-com elements, but I think this is a really good rom-com. It has so many different layers.
Rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just radiates rom-com. It's just not that good of a movie.
It is one of the ultimate rom-coms
Yeah.
just for the fact that it's just a bunch. It's romance all around.
Damn, this cast is fucking mega.
Yeah.
Who's
it's
the
huge.
main
it's
guy? I
it's
forget
so
his
good.
name.
I mean, Affleck's in it. Bradley Cooper's
No, I
in
know.
it.
No, but hold on. Am I thinking of
Aniston,
the-
Scarlett
Cooper,
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah.
Justin Long.
All right, so that's my
Jennifer
problem with
Goodwin.
it. I fucking hate Justin Long's face. I just don't like the way he looks. I don't like his
What?
face. He bothers me. Who is the other? There's like a few
so-
guys.
Boo.
Yes, that's what I'm
Justin
talking
Long
about.
is
He
great.
annoys the shit
Yeah,
out of
he
me.
annoys the
Long-time
shit out of you
friend
too?
of
Yes, he annoys the shit
Yeah.
out of me.
Yeah, he's.
Justin Long is a friend.
He's
of
been on our
The
show
Office.
multiple times.
I'm sure he's a
He's
nice
a
boy.
great guy.
I don't like his face.
He
You can
is.
tell him I said that. Next
He's
time.
great.
He wouldn't like our faces either, so
Right.
it's like
yeah, it's mutual.
reciprocated.
Yeah.
It's not like a,
I think he's a good actor.
I disagree.
Kevin Connolly's in that movie.
I like him. He's
Yeah.
great in Barbarian.
Never saw it.
He's just not that into you. Do you like the pick, Fran?
Yeah, it's a good pick. And, I like her justification of it is just that's a classic romantic comedy for sure. And I think that's one that is another one that when it's on TV you put it on.
Justin Long's love interest. I feel like in that movie, I don't know her name. I feel like I never see her in anything, but every time I see her, she crushes it. I think she's a very good actress who doesn't get enough credit, and
Jennifer
so much so that I
Goodwin.
don't even know
The
her
blonde chick, right?
name. No.
No,
She's brunette.
her-
Am I thinking of some
Yeah,
other
Jennifer
movie?
Goodwin is her name. She's good.
Yeah.
She's really annoying in that movie, but she
Yeah.
is good in that role.
But she plays the annoying single
Yes.
desperate girl perfectly.
Yes, she does.
White Sox Dave, you're up again.
I'm having the same problem that Ria just had, where I'm trying to weigh between a great movie that may kind of fall under rom-com or just like straight rom-com. So I'm going to go straight rom-com as well. I'm going to go with Hitch. I think this is like the ultimate, if it's on TV on a Saturday morning, you have to watch a movie. Even though I don't think it's like that good of a movie, but like it's just insanely watchable.
I was hoping that this one would fall back down to me. Hitch is one of my all-time favorites. Like growing up, I would say from when the movie came out, like through high school, anytime I had to do like, oh, what's your favorite movie? Like I would say Hitch. Like I know I can quote this entire movie basically.
It's very, very, very quotable. It's just I don't know.
It's delightful.
It's delightful. Yeah,
it's
a
a
good way to
delightful
put
little
it.
movie.
You know, it's not
Yeah.
winning any Oscars. The jokes are all super cheesy, but it's like a perfect, delightful movie to watch on a
Definitely.
boring Saturday morning.
Kevin James.
Kevin James is so good in that movie.
Yep.
Allegra Cole. It's great. I mean, it's
That's
in
just
my
a hot
mind,
chick's
that's
name, too.
That's like
Allegra.
a
Or cough medicine.
amazing movie.
What's
Yeah.
the plot again?
It's like
I've never
Will
seen
Smith
this.
is like this suave, like helps
He's
guys.
the date doctor.
Date doctor, yeah. And he like
He's the date
he like
doctor.
makes you it's kind of like the plot of Crazy Stupid Love in a way. Only like Will
Yeah,
Smith
like-
is actually like a professional. Like you
Yeah,
pay him to like
Yeah.
like
fix
nerds
you.
like us seek
Right.
out him to help them
Yes.
pick up the girl of their
Yeah,
dreams. And it
help
gets
us figure out how to talk to women.
Yeah, it gets convoluted. They
watch it.
think he's like a pimp, like an actual pimp, and like he's
yeah.
gonna help them get laid. But that's not the
It was
case.
slanderous.
He's like, it's
Yeah.
genuine. He's trying to help people fall in love. And Eva Mendes, she's also great. It's just perfect little rom-com. I'm happy
Yeah.
to get it in the third round.
Hitch. Off the board. Chief, you're up.
All right, this is one that I like. I don't know how it's going to go over. I think Along Came Polly is a hilarious movie. I love Along Came Polly. I think that's a
That's a
very
good pick.
quotable movie. Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston getting a lot of love in this
She
draft.
is.
But I think Along Came Polly is hilarious. So that's just like another. It's just a very good movie.
Leprechaun's still available, Ed.
That's a horror movie. That was my next pick, so I like
But
it.
they told jokes in it, so you could, it's a comedy too.
Fuck you.
According to you.
This is good. It's not even like a crazy good plot, but the characters are so likable that it made it
Characters
good.
are awesome.
Yeah, like Sandy Lyle was
Yeah, oh,
Philip
yeah.
Seymour Hoffman's
Yeah.
character.
Raindrops.
Yeah, Making
Yeah,
It Rain, like
yeah.
all-time character. That guy was great. Like that stupid system. The scuba guy who was banging his butt like that. That
yeah.
guy was great.
Yep.
This is good.
Ruben, you for scuba?
Yeah, Ruben. For scuba, Ruben. It's like, no, I think we're good this time around. Yeah. He's not falling for that again. Nah, fuck you. This is honestly, you fucking.
Here, do you want my phone?
No,
You want to go off
I'm
my
screwed.
list? Yeah.
I'm screwed. That was my next pick.
Stealing fucking everything from you.
Yeah.
Have you DM'd her lately? You know, Ed likes to just DM.
I did it. I DM'd her once.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Oh well, Jennifer Aniston. Barstool's not her thing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
So says her publicist.
So says her publicist. Yeah.
no shit.
That's disappointing. Well, we're nice
We
boys.
still love her.
Yeah.
I should say that in should I say that on a follow-up DM? I heard Barstool's not your thing. I still love doing Leprechaun.
I'll pay $5 to do that right now.
I'll send that right now. Okay. Okay.
This is Eddie just trying to delay by not. He's off. So let me.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a
Let me
chance-
get on
give me a
Google real
chance to
quick
prove
and
that
pretend to
wrong.
be.
All right. Fuck you. I will make my pick and then I will DM Jennifer Aniston for the second time.
Thank you.
All right, you took Along Came Polly, so I'm fucked. That's the second time I got swiped. I got to throw back and I got to go. I'm taking She's All That, which
Love that movie.
Love that movie.
I love it too.
Such a good pick.
What happened to Rachel Lee Cook? Because she was awesome.
She stopped acting. I think she just like, I think Hollywood was like not it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the passion between am I a bet, am I a bet, am I a fucking bet was like
Yep.
as
Oh,
good as
yeah.
any actress I've
All
ever seen in
time.
my life.
She got married in 2004, and it looks like she was in a movie in 2020, but she had like a 20-year gap. It feels like almost between like
Yeah.
major movies. So
It is great. Paul Walker.
That's a good pick, Eddie. We needed to have Freddie
good.
Prinze Jr. somewhere in this draft.
Yes,
he
definitely.
is also the king of rom-coms in my mind. He's up there as those like 90s. They were, a lot of teen movies, but teen movies with the romance as well. He deserves to be included.
I feel like he was like the it guy. Like
For a
if
minute.
girls
Oh,
were
yeah.
gonna say like, "Oh, who's your celebrity crush?" I feel like there was a moment where 80% of girls said Freddie Prinze.
Until
Jr.
everybody found out he's the worst actor of all time.
Well, I think they knew that.
Come on. Don't.
He got written off of 24 I think it was their last season they did it in like the middle of the season because everybody hated him so much. So they just changed everything. They're like, you're dead.
You're shot.
Be nice.
Yeah.
It really is just a really good movie though, and it's like the
It is.
perfect like late '90s plot. Mm-hmm. The hacky sack scene, and everything kind of works out. It really is a great movie.
Yep.
So I'm happy to have it. I'm happy people enjoy it too.
And even the Addison Rae remake, it's terrible, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going
Oh,
to be.
really? Because I didn't
Yeah.
watch it because I heard reviews were so bad. So it's worth a watch?
I shut it off. I don't think it's worth the watch.
It's stupid, but I didn't mind it.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll try.
That's like that should be the motto of our show. It's stupid, but I didn't mind it.
It's fine. She's all that. Fran, you're up.
Okay, I'm stuck here because I have a few like solid my generation rom-coms that are so good, but then I also have one that I think like really plays to the girls. And I think I got it. I think I had to take that one, but I'm going to go. Wow, there's two in this spot. I'm going to go Sweet Home Alabama.
Is that the one that plays to the girls? Because I feel like it does.
No,
No?
it's no. I mean, yes, but no. Sweet Home Alabama. Reese Witherspoon, also queen of romantic comedies. I feel like she should be on here. And
True.
this is one I love. This is one that my mom and I have watched together maybe 500 times. It has never gotten old. It has like Notebook romance style moments, but still in that romantic comedy vibe because she still has the Patrick Dempsey ex and the crazy neighbors and everything. So Sweet Home Alabama is my pick, which I know Ria has never seen.
I've seen the beginning of it many of times. I've just never seen the middle and the end.
Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
I've seen, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
It's. I would say it's not my favorite. I feel like this is if you were gonna like a lot of these are enjoyed by both genders. I would say that this one skews heavily towards women.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fourth round.
Now this one is actually where this is just a pick that I love so much that I'm gonna take it. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it or not, but I like it, and I think it's one of my like favorite rewatches. Is She's the Man?
I don't think I know.
She's
that
the
one.
Man
think I
is
do either.
Amanda Bynes' best performance. Channing Tatum it's like the start of his career. They're absolutely hilarious. It's so quotable. It's used all the time. I think like all the time. I watched it on a plane recently and was still laughing out loud at parts. So to me, this is so good. And you still always want to watch to the end to see Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum work it out. So it has that like big moment, and obviously the last soccer game where the brother's pulling down his pants and everybody's I love that movie so much, so I have to have it on my list.
Fran knows that I think that's a great pick because it's also one of my favorite movies.
Is this where the age gap hits with She's the Man?
Because I feel
Amanda
like
Bynes
I met
is-
Amanda Bynes, like we were in the same restaurant in like 2004. I was like 8. I think we're the same age, and I didn't know who she was, and then she got mad about it.
What?
I didn't know who she was.
In 2004,
Amanda
you didn't know who
Bynes
Amanda
Yeah,
Bynes
what is
was?
wrong with you? She was like the hottest girl on earth in 2004.
No, she wasn't. I remembered her from
She was-
Nickelodeon.
Yes, she was. She,
Every
like
dude
Nickelodeon.
had
You guys
her
are
as
talking
a
about her like she's
superstar.
Lohan in Mean Girls. She wasn't. And
She-
Amanda
Every
Bynes
dude-
was
She
an
was fucking-
absolute
she was up there.
superstar.
look,
Amanda
I've
Bynes was
never
up
been
there
a
with
pop
Lindsay
culture
Lohan.
person. But it was like one of those things. Like you see a person in real life, they don't necessarily look exactly how they do on screen either. And I just didn't. And then she's 36. It was somewhere out in California, and I just didn't know who she was. And it was just like, you don't know who I am? I'm like, no, like I don't know who you were. It was a weird interaction. So ever since then, like that interaction was stuck in my mind. I don't like Amanda Bynes, so I'm not going to watch this movie.
I don't think you got to worry about that. She's in like the.
Is she
Looney
like
Bin right
better?
now.
I think she's like better now, though, right? And she like
We don't know. We don't know.
nobody knows.
Have you guys reached out to her?
There's not really a way to reach out to
Yeah.
her.
She's like in seclusion. It's probably best for her, honestly.
No, I think she's actually going to be. They're doing like a anniversary special for all that. I think, and last I saw was that she was going to be a part of it. So I don't know. The reports were that she's been on the men's, but yeah, I mean, she lost it for sure. But She's the Man is a fantastic movie.
The last movie she's credited with on IMDb is Easy A.
Yeah.
And that was in 2010.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't that with Jonah
Yep.
Hill? Wasn't he in that movie?
no, but it was with Emma Stone. I don't know if Jonah Hill was in it or not, but Emma Stone was.
I remember
he's
it,
not.
but I don't know if I've seen it.
She was big time. All right, She's the Man. It's back to me. My board's thin, man. I'm hurting.
Do you want a layup, Ed?
No, I'm gonna go with. These came out at the same time, and I saw one of the other ones, and I liked this one, so hopefully I got the better one. I don't think I did though. I'm gonna go with Friends with Benefits.
I like the other one.
More of a no strings attached gal.
Me too.
Well, it's
Me
a bad
too.
week for this. We got fucking Kutcher running the fucking press gamut at Barstool.
I also think I like Kutcher's character better than Timberlake.
I watched the Timberlake one.
You haven't seen the other one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen either of them.
I think
They're so truly, Eddie. They're so even. Like I think they're like, you can argue for each one, but it's the same.
Really?
It's the same movie. Like there's
Yeah.
funny friends in both of them. Like it's very similar.
All right, good.
I also I think if I were gonna like rank my all-time like celebrity crushes, Natalie Portman might be at the top of the list.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
Oh, yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Well, that's still live. So, and I got Ashton's wife. So,
Yeah, but like now
That's
no
nice.
one can take the other one because you just split the vote on the same movie.
well, maybe there's more diehard, no strings attached people.
There should be because it's a better movie, but I still think you're gonna split the vote.
Fran said they're even, and I believe Fran. So,
I think they're pretty even.
And Timberlake's so good at these. I mean, Friends with Benefits is my pick.
Okay.
Chief, back to you.
All right, this is similar to Fran, where it's like she just wants her pick on her board. This is where I kind of chief myself typically. I think I'm going to do that right here. I don't care. I love this movie. It's like probably my number one guilty pleasure movie. Definitely maybe. Ryan Reynolds is like this political consultant, and it kind of weaves through like his entire like dating history, and he's talking to like his 6-year-old daughter. He just got a divorce from the mom. You're trying to figure out like who's the girl's mom, and then you find out who the girl's mom is at the end, but that's not who he ends up with. It's like another, like it's just wrinkle after wrinkle. It's a pleasure. It's a great little movie. I fucking love that movie. I'm not the biggest Ryan Reynolds guy, but that movie is great.
What is it? Sorry.
Definitely, maybe.
I've heard of it.
Definitely, maybe.
Did we? Hold on.
Have you guys seen this?
I've never seen Definitely Maybe.
I've seen it once.
So this is why I wanted to draft it, because I will probably blog this movie because it's very underrated, and I think it's like a top rom-com. It's a great little movie.
Remember this, everybody. At the end, nobody's seen Definitely Maybe.
What? Okay, hold
That's
on.
okay.
I got a question,
okay.
and I'm sure I just wasn't listening close enough, like always. But why wouldn't you know who the mother was? Wouldn't it be the father that you would be looking for?
No, Ryan Reynolds is the main character.
Okay.
He's talking to his daughter, who's like the girl from Little Miss Sunshine.
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Abigail Breslin.
Yes. she's how old is she's got to be a grown up now,
Yeah,
right?
20.
Yeah,
She
so,
is.
but she's like
Yeah.
I don't know,
In her-
7 or
gotta be
something at the
Yeah.
time of this movie. And
Probably
it-
Ria's age.
She's
Yeah.
a little older than I am. She's like 27 or 28, I'm pretty sure.
So that Ryan Reynolds is telling his daughter like his entire dating history, and it's built around like 3 relationships, and he like changes the names of the girls in his life so she doesn't know who the mother is.
Oh, I
And
got
then,
you. I got you.
And
I
then
got
you
I was
find
like-
out like that she gets it, and then but they were getting divorced, so that's not who he ends up with, and it's just Isla Fisher's in it. Rachel Weisz.
I don't know.
I think she's stunningly gorgeous too. And then the girl that we can never remember who it is on these drafts all the time is in it. The blonde hair one that we always.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yes, that's the first time we ever guessed her name the right way. But she's like a main character in the movie too. So definitely watch it.
Maybe I will.
There we go.
There you go.
Dave, you're up.
I really don't want to do this, but my board's so thin that I kind of have to.
Do it. I think
I'm not going to do what you think I'm doing, and if someone does, there will be hell to pay.
Do you know what we're talking about?
You'll get it if it gets drafted. We can talk after. I'm just gonna go 4-year-old virgin. I know it's annoying,
Yeah, go ahead.
but I have 3 at the. All right, I know no one's gonna touch my last pick, so that's gonna be my last pick, and then after that, it's like movies I haven't seen that I know are super popular.
There's a movie on my list that I am stunned you haven't taken yet. Stunned. Because it's like you walk around and be like, this is one of my favorite movies.
All right, 40-year-old virgin. You're going to take this?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, we'll see.
Is this what you're going to take next?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Was that what you were weighing the last round?
Ria, that was on
Ria?
your list?
Yeah, that was the one I was weighing the last
Right,
time.
that's what I was too, and I'm like, that's kind of lame, but I mean, it is a
'cause
rom-com.
It is.
It's a love story.
It ends with them
getting married, and he loses virginity. Yeah, it's definitely a rom-com, but it's a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, Apatow's tough, right?
I would not have categorized this as a rom-com.
Yeah, Apatow's really tough because it's so layered in comedy. Like it's so punchliney, joke,
Right.
joke. But it is so layered in a romance. So
One of my favorite scenes in movie history, and this is one of those that like I'll get an ab workout from laughing so hard, is when they lock him in the glass case and start playing porn, and he's like, "Bank, let me out of here, and they're just laughing in his face. It's just a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
I didn't want to draft it, but I haven't seen like 3 of these that are at the bottom of my list that
didn't want to draft it, but I did.
my last pick will be a great discussion point, I think.
Okay.
All right. 40-year-old virgin. Ria, you're up.
I'm struggling here. I'm struggling.
Why? Because you have too many, or you don't have enough?
No. I think I just have a feeling the ones I'm going to pick next, I'm going to get left off the list.
No, Eddie's getting left off the list.
No,
Don't worry
I
about
don't
that.
know.
Eddie's
No,
getting left off. Don't
See,
worry about
that's
it.
fucked
Go
up.
to your heart.
I have so many left on my list. I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to include them.
Okay. Fuck. I only get 2 left, right? These are my last 2.
This is the
This
last
is
two.
it.
Okay, so this is why I'm struggling, because there is one that I have to absolutely put on my list because I have talked about this movie for too long. I haven't even seen it listed anywhere.
You have to put it on this list.
I will.
I know
I
exactly
will.
what you're talking about.
I'm going to pick Couples Retreat.
Yeah.
Because I think Couples Retreat is a hilarious movie that is so underrated, and it has like the worst score on Rotten Tomatoes. Everybody shits on it, but whenever it's on TV, I watch it. I love Couples Retreat. It's a star-studded cast. Vince Vaughn, yet again, he's made my list twice. Jason Bateman, Kristen Bell. I think
Loved her.
I think
I
it's
love
just a
Kristen
great
Bell.
movie that I think is so underrated, really doesn't get enough credit. So I'm going Couples Retreat.
So this
there.
is your Vince Vaughn movie then?
Well, I
that
already
makes
picked
sense.
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. So you got,
But
heavy
not the
Vince
breakup.
Vaughn.
She doesn't
not
like
the
that
breakup.
one.
That's the only one she doesn't like.
doesn't like
Apparently,
that
the one
one.
I
No.
took.
Yeah, that doesn't make the Vince Vaughn
The
list.
break-
Have you
Breakup
guys
objectively
seen Couples
stinks at.
Retreat?
I haven't.
I'm aware of it. I feel like it's on TV a lot, like you said, but it's not one that I'm going to stick through to a commercial.
I've seen parts of it though, and the parts that I have seen were funny. Like there was a part on the beach that there was like a contest they were doing. I forget what it was, but it was funny.
Yeah, I think it's a very funny movie.
Who's the other blonde girl? I feel like she was in. She's not Katherine Heigl, but I feel like she's in movies with Katherine Heigl. If that makes sense.
Isn't she like the biggest asshole in Hollywood?
She's like Swedish.
That narrows it down.
Malin Ackerman.
Is that it?
Malin Ackerman, yes.
Face Mash Fran.
Yeah.
Wait, what's her name?
Ackerman.
Malin Ackerman. She's also the sister in 27 Dresses.
Yeah, I didn't want to tip that pick in case somebody wanted it, but
yeah. This is the girl I was talking about earlier when I asked if she blonde. That's who I was talking about. I must have been thinking of a different movie, so take back what I said.
Okay.
Okay, my last pick. I'm going to go with a personal, not something that I think is going to play, but if I'm being true to myself, I'm going to go with this one.
Love that.
Music and lyrics. Drew Barrymore, Hugh Grant.
Oh,
Love this movie.
Never heard of
Great
it, but
movie.
it's got to be a rom-com of those two.
Yeah, listen, I was going to say, is this the first fucking Hugh Grant movie we got on the board? Because
It is.
That should help your case because Hugh Grant is nobody's more rom-com than fucking Hugh
It's
Grant.
not the first Hugh Grant rom-com I would take, but Music and Lyrics is a great movie.
I know the one you're thinking of, and you know that's just not, that one's not me.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going to go with, music and lyrics. I'm not like pumped up, jumping up and down for my picks, but they are true to me, and I feel good with that.
Good, and they're better than Eddie's list, so
You're an idiot.
No, he's not an idiot for once. Your
No,
list
he's
is
not.
objectively awful. It is awful.
No, this is a hatchet job.
It's not a
If
hatchet.
you don't like Jerry Maguire, you could
I
say
love
you
Jerry
don't like
Maguire. It's a
Maguire.
fantastic movie.
So what do you got against the breakup? She's All That and Friends with Benefits.
The breakup fucking sucked. That movie sucks. She's All That's good. Friends with Benefits I haven't seen, but I know it sucks.
Whatever. Yeah, I haven't seen, but I know it sucks. That's
it
the kind of
stinks.
rockhead we're dealing with.
Is that movie any good?
Well, it sucks, Dave. You're up.
Friends with Benefits?
Yeah, like good. Like
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah. This guy's vote counts the same as everybody else's. You're up, Dave.
All right, so this is. I knew I was gonna wrap this up. I'm going with Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. It's what I think of. I think it honestly may have kind of sort of, in a way, kicked off rom-coms a little bit. I mean, they didn't start getting popular until the late 80s, I feel like, right? Mid-late 80s.
Yeah, it had no. I mean, people argue that like the movie buffs will really say like the old like romantic comedies of like the 60s.
Of course, yeah.
Those were, but like our dear pal Ashton Kutcher said when he was just on our show, the eras of romantic comedies, it ebbs and flows. Like they have a few years where they make like a bunch of really good ones and then it kind of falls off and then they make a bunch of really good ones. So it feels like the last 10 years we haven't really gotten a lot of good ones. But that's a good it is a romantic comedy that one in my mind screams comedy, but it is.
I'm honestly surprised that you guys have seen it because like the only reason I've seen it is because my dad is like, you got to see this. This is Eddie Murphy. He's one of the greatest comedians of all time. Like, watch this movie.
I saw for the same reason. My dad's a big Eddie Murphy guy, and also they made like a remake. I think like recently or something. And when they were making the remake, I was like, oh, I never actually have seen the original, so that made me watch the original.
Yeah, they did just come out with the
like
sequel last year.
Yeah.
Or 2021, yeah.
This is one of those movies I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen.
Oh, it's Ed. It's
good
right
movie.
up your alley.
No, I know.
It's right up your alley.
It's a bad one.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
It's a bad one. But I've seen so many parts of it where I kind of know.
It was one of those movies for you. I have those movies
like
too.
McDowell's. Like I know somewhat. Louis Anderson's in it. I know a lot about it. So I can't really talk about if it's draftable or not. But Chief,
I mean, the plot is this African. He's a prince, right? He's not a king. He's a prince. He has to be a prince because his parents try to like arrange his marriage, and he's like, I want to be in love for being in love, not because I have to be in love with this person. Goes to America, acts like he's like a hobo basically, and ends up finding a girl, lies to her, and is like, yeah, I have nothing. And she finds out he's a prince eventually, and is pissed that she. So
well, he went to find his queen in Queens.
Yeah, exactly.
In New York.
In New York
That's
City,
like so he's going to find a real queen in Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Chief, you're up.
I got a long list left. Like I feel like my honorable mentions could beat your list straight up.
Honestly, mine could.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. I do like to Fran's point. I do think we are in a lull of romantic comedies. I feel like this one came out in the last 5 years, and I think it's a really good movie. Crazy Rich Asians. So Crazy Rich Asians. I can't.
I thought you were
even
gonna go with a different one.
That was in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like this is the only one I've seen in the last 5 years. But great movie. I don't know the names of any of the actors involved, but I feel like they should all be way more famous because they're very good in that movie. And it's like another movie. They have like, it's like kind of funny, but they live like this extravagant lifestyle, and it's all about like kind of like mingling with like immigrant families and like being an American, and but like you're Chinese, but you're raised in America, and like that working through like that whole like society was like kind of an interesting thing. There's like just some insane like wealth scenes, like the one wedding where the bride like walks down like she walks on water, like
oh my God.
To have like her
an unbelievable wedding scene.
Yeah.
That version of the Chinese of the Coldplay song, it gets me every time.
Coldplay.
Isn't
I thought
it
it was
an Elvis
Elvis.
song?
Yeah, I can't help falling in love with you.
Or is it Elvis?
Can't help falling
yes,
in love.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's Elvis.
I'm thinking there's another part where they do
Coldplay Elvis.
Yellow. There's another one on the soundtrack that's yellow, but not in that scene.
Yeah, but it's just like a fun, easy, good movie. Crazy Rich Asians.
I didn't realize it was that new.
2018.
The mother's nominated for an Oscar.
She should win. That movie. That was my favorite movie this year. That movie was everything.
Yeah,
all the time, all at once, something like that.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Ken Jeong's in it. He's the dude from
is.
The Hangover and amongst other movies. I guess he was like a brain surgeon and was like, nah, I just want to go act. And then he quit doing brain surgery. Became an actor.
Crazy Rich Asians.
You seen it or no?
I haven't, but I've heard it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Crazy high score, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The guy who's the guy? He's like a big fan of Barstool, right?
Henry Golding.
Yeah.
Henry Golding, yeah.
It's also
he's
just
the main guy.
It's a visually beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Like
they're supposed to make a set, like they're supposed to come out with another one. I don't know what's taking so long. There's multiple. It's based on books, and there's multiple books.
Oh.
So they're supposed to do another one, and I don't know it's been like years now.
Really?
Is Henry Golding hot? He looks hot.
He is hot.
He's hot. In that movie, I don't know what it is with how they film it. He looks like he's 6'5", and then I remember when I saw him like coming to the Barstool office. I'm like, oh, he's only like 5'9". Like
no,
he's not
6'1" here.
Oh, you listen at 6'1"? He looked a little when he was walking around the office, but in the movie, like I don't know what it is, but he looks super fucking tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's to me. I got two guilty pleasures. They both came out in 2004. These are objectively like not great. I think you both have probably seen them. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're one is with Hilary Duff, one is with Jennifer Gardner.
Oh, take the Jennifer Garner one and save.
And that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah,
you got it. That one was still on my list. I think you're about to snag it from me to end.
Yeah, 13 going on 30.
Yeah, great movie.
Great little movie.
You had to go. Was it that or a Cinderella story?
Yeah, I know Cinderella.
You got to go 13 going on 30.
Yes, I was gonna go with 13 going on 30, but I do like a Cinderella story too. I know it's not good, but I don't know. Chad,
it's great.
A Cinderella story. Yeah. But
no, a Cinderella story falls in like that, like she's the man category of just like it is really good. Like it's a really good bad movie.
Yes.
And 13 going on 30 is an actually good movie.
Yeah. They're both like guilty. I don't know. I like it a lot. Jennifer Gardner.
Mark Ruffalo. Oh.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo's
like
good.
That was like his coming out party too. Like, wasn't that like his first like kind of bigger commercial? Like, oh, who's that guy? That's like early in his career, right? Mark Ruffalo.
I don't know for sure, but I just know that's
he's
a
only
movie.
5'8". Good for him.
Whenever it was on, I would always watch it. Same thing, and I feel like that and a Cinderella story were always on. They were like two movies that were always on.
At the same time.
like the same
Like
era.
having McDonald's and Burger King across the street from each other.
It felt that way. They were always on TV at the same time. But 13 going on 30 is the pick. I don't know, the Dollhouse. You felt bad for her. You felt bad for Ruffalo. Like, it was good.
Oh, the Razzles. I mean, it's a iconic movie. I love that movie.
The thriller
that was
scene.
Definitely. I was going with that movie if you didn't just say it, Eddie.
Really? All right, good. I feel better about it then. Because I really do like that one a lot.
It's a good movie.
I would have taken that movie before your first 2 picks.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Interesting. All right. All right. Mr. Irrelevant, Fran.
Guys, I have like so many on my list still. I love romantic comedies. I'm a sucker. So oh, also, Chief, I thought you were gonna go The Big Sick. Have you seen that one?
I love that movie too. That was on my list.
Yeah, that's when people say like, oh, one of the only actually good romantic comedies in the last few years. I think of that one.
It was a little sad
Big
for me.
Sick.
Yeah, it was a little like it doesn't sound like, and it is kind of like I don't want to get all emotional about people being sick too. Like I don't want to.
Yeah. No, that's very fair.
Yeah.
I'm in a tough spot here, Ria.
That movie got
I can go with my Hugh
movie.
Grant movie that I love. That I love. J-Lo has not been taken. Which is nowhere on this list.
Ooh.
And then I have one big ensemble movie that I
Can
feel
I
like
give
was
you a
such
tip? Don't
cultural
draft a J-Lo
phenomenon.
movie. That movie is horrifically bad.
She's got a bunch, dude.
She's had a bunch though, so
Yeah.
how do you know which one she's
exactly.
talking about?
Dave's
It's got
singing "Made in
a million.
Manhattan's"
that's
coming down the pipe.
That's what I thought you were talking
Oh
about.
no, not that
Oh,
one. Not that
no.
one. No,
Okay.
no. I
What
would
else is
go.
she in?
The Wedding
I'm gonna
Planner.
go with
yeah.
it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go The Wedding Planner.
Okay.
Fran, I'm
J-Lo
proud of you for
deserves
that
to be
one.
on
They
this
tried to
list.
bring you down with J-Lo.
I know. No, J-Lo deserves to be on this list. She's great romantic comedies. I love, and this is early McConaughey. This is pre How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How do you look?
It's a great movie.
Dude, J-Lo's been in so many movies.
She's been in everything forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has.
That movie, Selena. Is it Selena? Or
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right
Yeah.
thing?
It's like
She's been in
late
Selena.
80s,
She was
right?
Selena.
She's awesome in that, and that's another. It's not a rom-com, obviously, but that is just a very good movie. I feel like she has been around so long that people stop like caring or paying attention to how like awesome she is at everything. She's been around forever. You see her snap at Affleck at the Grammys?
That was kind of
I
funny.
didn't see that.
She sassed him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she sassed him good.
I watched the movie Jack. You ever seen that with Robin Williams?
Yeah.
And she was the teacher in that. It was like her third
wow.
movie.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
the one where he's like the kid, right?
Wait, what's this? So is she getting married or is she the wedding planner?
She's the wedding planner,
She's a homewrecker.
and Matthew McConaughey is getting married to a girl named Fran, and Fran is also they're like not ready to get married. They're both kind of being forced into it. Matthew McConaughey and J-Lo fall in love.
So it's the wedding singer kind of in reversed.
Yes, you could think of it that way.
What are some? We could do honorable mentions first, Fran. What are some of yours that you had on your board that you?
So that last pick, it was between that and My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
That I mean, that's a home run pick too.
That's a phenomenal movie. Deserves to be on this list somewhere. It's just also as far as like quotable lines and memories and followers.
Yeah.
Notting Hill was my other one. That's my other Hugh Grant one. That's Tim and Julia Roberts. Phenomenal movie. And I don't know. I had a bunch on here. Bridget Jones' Diary is one that everyone talks about. I don't necessarily love Bridget Jones' Diary, but I know it's very high on people's list. The Proposal's up there for me. But then I don't know. There's like the old ones that you could go with that people are like going to get mad that we didn't pick any from. Like
I was gonna
like
say
that we
that.
didn't pick like Sleepless in Seattle and You
That's-
Got
yes.
Mail.
Yeah.
We didn't pick any of those.
I feel like Sleepless in Seattle is in the same category as Jerry Maguire, where it's
No, that's a rom-com for sure.
No, Sleepless in
say.
Seattle is way more of a rom-com than Jerry Maguire.
Definitely
What's-
more
but,
than
like,
Jerry. But
what's
it's also
funny about that.
I don't know, guys. Show Me the Money was a great scene.
I would put those in just like the
was
strict
really funny.
romance.
Like Eddie drafted
category.
a sports movie for a rom-com movie
really funny.
in the first round.
It was a really funny scene.
Would you guys consider Legally Blonde a rom-com? I saw that on a lot of lists.
I don't think so. Would
I
you?
know. I kind of lean toward no also because like there is romance, but it's like not the main.
Yeah.
Right. What about John Tucker Must Die? I loved Brittany Snow. Loved her. She was like my ultimate celeb crush for a minute.
I saw that one on the list, and I don't classify that as a rom-com, even though I love the movie. Because I feel like he had too many girls, so it was almost. It was
that one is like teen. That's like a teen.
Yeah.
Teen
Yeah. Shrek.
Shrek is. That's what I was talking about.
I wasn't talking about Shrek.
For the people, I know, but for the people like listening, the Wikipedia list has Shrek 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All the Shreks.
All the Shreks.
It has all the
I mean,
Shreks.
they kind of are.
When I read it, I laughed out loud because I'm like, please let Dave take Shrek again.
I know. Right.
And then the one I was talking about was Say Anything. That movie's adorable.
Yeah.
See, I watched it, and I think like outside of the like the boombox scene, it was just okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think it's adorable. Lloyd Dobler is a little fucking deadbeat.
You want to know the movie I thought you would take?
What's that?
Knocked Up. You talk about
No,
Knocked
I know
Up
that's at the
all
top.
the time.
No, I know it's at the top of my list, but it's in the same like category. I think 40-Year-Old Virgin's more love story than Knocked Up. You don't even know if they end up together.
The kid with a baby and the
I don't know. I feel like
child?
Knocked Up is more of a love story than 40-Year-Old Virgin.
yeah, for sure. They're in a relationship
She
the entire movie.
She didn't. She said no to his proposal, and then they never got married at the end of the movie. As
They
far as
moved
we
in
know.
together.
We don't know that.
He got his life together.
He
They
like
got a
turned
crib
on
and
glasses. I know all that. I don't know. I think it's in the same like stratosphere as 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think they actually get married in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Ria, what else did you have?
I had a couple. It's Complicated with Steve Martin and Meryl Streep. I think is a great movie. I think when they get high together is like one of the funniest scenes. I think it's hilarious. I had The Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller. That movie to me, I don't think it deserved to be like on a list, but I do think it's one of those movies that when it's on TV, you watch it, because every time I do watch it, I'm like, this isn't that good of a movie, but because it's Ben Stiller and Malin Ackerman, I watch it every time. P.S. I Love You with Hilary Swank and Gerard Butler made me want to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Beautiful scenery.
Nice Italian girl in Ireland.
Just Go With It. I think Just Go With It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love Just Go With It.
I like that.
Nobody picked No Strings Attached.
That's the better version of it though.
And 50 First Dates I'm not obsessed with, but I'm shocked nobody picked it.
I have it on my list. I have 3 left. That's one of them. I like it a lot too. Dave shit on it. I think it's good.
50 First Dates, that movie, I think that's one of Sandler's worst movies.
I agree.
No, dude, he's made some bad ones. To say
Oh,
that
really?
was worse.
It's the worst of the ones that people have seen.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes. It makes perfect sense to me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know if I love that, but that's
I like that one.
What else?
Before he sold
my
out
other
and
two,
just
I
did
had
everything.
I kind of like Coyote Ugly.
That movie sucked too.
That's
I like Coyote Ugly too. I like that movie.
Is that a rom-com though? Or just a
I feel
chick
like that's like a Miss Independent kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was so involved in her life. Like it was.
I suppose.
Clueless is on a lot of lists too for romantic comedies, but Clueless is another one that I put in like that teen category, even though it's like, but then 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't know. But
10
Clueless,
Things I Hate About You, I felt like just had more of grand romantic gestures that would make you. The whole thing was about. I guess you could say about, but with Clueless, it was like you didn't know anything was happening with Paul Rudd until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an ongoing thing. It was. I felt like Clueless was more just about her being.
Well,
like
it was a brother,
girl.
so it was weird.
I saw Paul Rudd in the news this morning, actually.
And my last one was it's the cheesiest plot ever, but Never Been Kissed.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Never Been Kissed is cute.
Yeah, but it really like she's just standing at the pitcher's mound like just, it's pretty cheesy.
I'm glad nobody tried to draft that stupid Freddie Prinze baseball movie. That was
Summer Catch.
Such a fucking
Summer Catch. Summer Catch is one of those good movies.
I just think it's bad.
What's her?
We should draft that though. Bad good movies.
What's her face? And what's her name? Timberlake's wife.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel.
Oh, she's
that's like
insanely
her.
hot,
That's her best fastball. Is that movie? Yeah. My honorable mention. I'm surprised that no one took The Holiday or Love Actually right after Christmas. I feel like those are both like very good rom-com movies.
I think that's what got Fran left off
the
the poll.
Holiday to me is like like Christmas. It's just got their own thing.
Okay.
In my mind.
500 Days of Summer. I think that's a very good movie. And what's the other one I had on here? Oh, has anybody seen About Time?
No, that's the Rachel McAdams one, right?
Yeah, Rachel McAdams, but she's probably like the second or third lead in that. And then it is the ending will like make you cry. It like, and it's you don't see it coming, and then you're just like, God, like it just bursts out of you. So I highly
haven't
recommend
seen that
Rachel
one, but I've
McAdams.
always
Yeah, I
felt
love Rachel
that
McAdams.
would fall more into like a romance, just like romance.
that About Time.
Yeah.
See, I would say no, because
Like, are there laughs in that?
yeah, there's some laughs in that for sure.
Yeah, okay.
And then
I haven't seen it.
the
I just
ending
feel like it's
isn't
giving me
really
the
about
vibe.
the love between Rachel McAdams and the guy. It's about like the guy and his dad.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't draft it. But great movie nonetheless. But go watch Definitely Maybe. It's a good movie.
All right, so I'll run through the list, then we'll vote who's off the poll, and then we'll get out of here. Ria, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Wedding Crashers, He's Just Not That Into You, Couples Retreat, Music and Lyrics. White Sox Dave, 10 Things I Hate About You, There's Something About Mary, Hitch. 40-Year-Old Virgin, Coming to America. Sounds like a comedy list. Chief,
Nice try,
just
douchebag.
saying, everybody, all the voters out there.
I mean, we're drafting comedy movies.
No, we're not. The Wedding Singer, When Harry Met Sally,
And you
Along
drafted
Came
Jerry
Polly,
Maguire?
Definitely Maybe, Crazy Rich Asians, Eddie, Jerry Maguire, The Breakup, She's All That, Friends with Benefits, 13 Going on 30, Fran, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Crazy Stupid Love, Sweet Home Alabama, She's the Man, The Wedding Planner. All right, get your paper, get your phone, whatever you have. Get your...
I don't write nothing down.
Oh, are we writing someone's name and then holding it up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Get your list ready. I already see Chiefs. Cocksucker.
All right. When do we flip?
All right, whatever. Dave's
Who's ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Ria votes for me. Fran votes for me. Chief votes for me. White Sox Dave votes for.
That's a hammer and a sickle. That's for Red Ed.
No name, and then I vote for White Sox Dave. So I'm
You're
off.
voting for me?
Yeah, you didn't. You took all comedies.
You drafted Jerry Maguire.
I took all I need to vote for someone.
Now that I'm thinking about it, though,
Then draft the guy or vote the guy that fucked you over multiple times.
Wait,
Instead,
are
he's
you
going out of
switching
his
your
way to
vote?
do
Now
so.
that you're thinking
no,
about what?
I'm not switching my vote, but I
Oh.
think as a group collectively, we should have just voted for the person we thought had the best list, because then we have a better chance of winning the draft.
It's a dangerous precedent to set, but it's something that will probably be looked
I
at
didn't
at
do
some
that.
point.
I
Yeah.
voted for the person who I thought had the worst list, only because of your top two choices. The rest of them I thought were good.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, why wouldn't you just vote the person you think is the best and try to get the other people to vote the person who thinks is best so that you can win the draft?
Well, that's how I got voted off week 1, actually.
No, that's
the
not
first
true.
time we ever did this, I clearly had the best draft. Everybody said so, but they conspired against me to have me voted off. So that
Okay.
we have run that experiment.
Yeah.
But it's important to have integrity.
You got to keep some integrity.
Yeah,
Keep some
thank you,
integrity
Fran.
in the draft.
This is fair, and I'm not changing my vote. I just had that thought as I held it up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Eddie, I love you, but Jerry Maguire to the breakup 1-2. I couldn't.
tough.
I can't get past
I
that.
think Jerry Maguire
could-
might be the worst first round pick of all time.
I can live with it. That's
I
like
have probably a list of 10 or 15
yeah,
worse
that's
than that.
exchange rates. That's
Yeah, the exchange rates is
I
pretty
mean,
bad.
we could.
Even though, you know what? That was worse because I just had to deal with that with Concur. It was a massive pain in the ass doing all the conversion rates.
We could.
And you drafted that as something you like.
Well, I just like feeling rich.
All right then, Ria, Fran, thank you guys.
Hey,
This was
Fran, I
fun.
hope you enjoyed the
Thank
Super
you,
Bowl.
guys.
I know it's recorded afterwards, so hey, congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations
Thanks.
on the
I
Super Bowl.
hope it went well.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
That's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later, guys.